Left onto 128th Avenue.
Well, it is a few weeks removed from Rust Belt Ramble 2023, and unfortunately, one of our main cars we have, the lifted Prius, or not so lifted Prius,
Continue on 128th Avenue for 11 miles.
Beyond repair or worthwhile repair. It's lost its brakes, and it's about a $3,000 job to fix it, and I don't have the time nor the cash to do that. And as of the past week and a half, the Meep has been my daily driver to work. And today we are going to Ben's house, the gentleman we got the wiring for the taillights from for the Meep, to go pick up the shell of his Mini Cooper that was rear-ended, so that we can have interior parts. I believe the windshield is good, the doors are good, and some of the other small bits and pieces, and it had some new struts on it, because I think one of our struts has been on the Meep. So we're on our way there now to go get that, and then bring it home, and I'll show you guys some more. I did, however, yesterday get a project done I've been talking about for the longest time on the van about adding rear seats. So we actually were able to use the third row seating along with floor brackets from the Suburban to get them hooked in here, and they're nice and solid now. And hopefully in another few days I can take this panel out behind me and put some windows in, and be able to see out of the van. I'm gonna put the phone down since Michigan's got their new no phone law while you're driving. I got it on the tripod, it's bouncing like crazy currently, so I'm gonna put the phone down on the center console, pick the car up, we'll get it loaded, and I'll pick you guys up when we get that done. All right, well, we got the car home, finally. Still on the trailer. It was a bit of a cluster to get it loaded. It's a little bit more damaged than I remembered. It's really, really smashed in. And unfortunately, the brackets I needed to mount the rear seat are damaged in this car, and the Meep, they're missing. So unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to take baby Dildar for a ride in the other Mini Cooper once we get it back together as a Mini. The original plan was to actually sell it after the rally, pass it on to another team, and have them drive it to another victory on Lemon's rally, since that car actually had two different teams and two different first place placings in rallies. It won its first rally, which was Retreat from Moscow in 2021, I think, yeah, end of 21 that happened. When Punchraft first took it out, and then we won Rust Belt Ramble with it in 2023. So this car, even though it's a lot more damaged than I remember, and there's some parts I needed that aren't here, it's perfect for what I need, because we got some good doors. This driver's side door actually opens and closes really nice. It doesn't close all the way, but it's still intact. Our doors have some holes in them from Punchraft bolting the Astrovan body on. And it's got good parking brake cables. This door is actually good, but it is wedged shut. I'll show you here. Unfortunately, the camera does not really do the damage justice. You can see it's pretty crinkled. But like I said, Ben walked away from this accident. They had no major injuries or anything like that. This door, the handle is acting like the door lock is still engaged. I tried to open it from the inside. The door handle doesn't work. I'm gonna have to try to take the inner door panel off and see if I can't release it somehow. My other idea was to try to cut the body in this section here or up here and not damage the glass. There are no controls for the windows. I could always unhook the one from the Meep and do that. But if I can cut this section of the body out and relieve this pressure, maybe this door will want to open. Trying to also save this panel, because both of them on the Meep are got holes drilled in them and everything, and this one cover I believe is missing. It's got good flares. We got some good hinges, which we'll need. Our hinges are actually cut right about here. Since Punch Raff wanted to put the Astro hood on, they cut them down to make it work. We have a good AC condenser and a pump. Rack and pinion here. Windshield wiper arms. These window trims are still good. They are very brittle to get off, but I'm hoping I can save them. And the windshield just has a small stone chip down in that bottom corner. I can fill that real quick with my kit and hopefully pull this glass out and use it in the Meep. The trim down here is actually good. It's just a little bent from the accident, so I can heat gun that, straighten it back out, click it into the Meep since those are missing. So we got parking brake cables, a good parking brake handle. The seats in this car are actually really nice. Got a good fuel tank with about a half a tank of fuel, Ben was saying, in it still. This car actually donated to the wiring for the taillights to our car. We have the hood here from it, lower bumper. Got a really nice headliner actually up in the van right now for this. Panels are beautiful, so we'll probably reuse those. Some cool pedal covers that'll probably go into the Meep. And just a bunch of little bits and pieces in here. I'll probably take the sunroof out and put it online for sale if anybody's looking for one. I'm also planning on taking the one out of the Meep as well. But let's see what kind of parts we got in the van. Well, in the van here, we've got ourselves a nice black headliner. Ben actually recovered it. Did a pretty good job for his first time doing that. We got some inner fenders, which we're missing. Front bumper cover, or lower bumper cover piece. I got the upper part of it. We got another core support with a radiator that's still good. And whatever this is, lower bumper trim. Oh, is that a fender flare? Cool, a fender flare. We're missing those on the Meep as well. But yeah, all in all, we got a bunch of parts, and it worked out pretty good. So I'll leave the car in the trailer, just jack it up and take the parts out of it. The strut on the right rear is obviously damaged from the accident. Driver's side is still good. We'll save that. And then we'll cut the car up and, or cut it partially apart. We got a title for it so we can take it to the scrapyard. But yep, get this thing stripped of all the parts that we can use for the Meep, and it looks like the Meep is going to be our daily for a while. And when I mean our daily for a while, we're going to drive the Meep probably until the weather gets kind of nasty out. The van is all-wheel drive, which is perfect, but it only gets like 13 and a half miles to the gallon. So I want to not drive that every day unless it's really, really bad out. We do have the Tercel here that we need to get finished. So by the time this video comes out, Luke will be back from his adventure, Tercel things he's always doing. We shall be taking this over to Luke's house. He's got some doors for us, good front and rear doors since these are so rusty. We're going to swap doors out on the car. We're going to swap the hatch out on the car. Our hatch is good. He's got another one that's not in the, or it's in good shape, but not in like perfect shape, which is perfect for what I want to do since I'm going to bed line this car and paint it white. We got to get some snow tires on it. Probably we'll take the snow tires off the Meep, put them on this for winter. And this has working heat now, but we're still going to swap over the HVAC system from Luke's parts car and just a few other little odds and ends. And then the Tercel is actually going to be our winter car and daily for a while as I'm working on the Meep. If I can't find another Mini around cheap or parts that I need to make the back seat work, I've got an idea in my head that I want to do on the car just because it'll be only a two-door. Kind of useless for hauling baby Dildar around, and yeah, really no use custom fabricating things into that. So stay tuned for all that stuff, and hopefully have some progress popping up on the part out on this car and getting the Meep looking more like a Mini again. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for some Tercel things and some work that we're doing on the van. I'm not sure if that video of the van work will come out before this or after, but yeah, stay tuned for that. We're going to put some side windows in it hopefully here pretty soon. We got a back seat in it now, and I'll show that to you guys when we get on it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.